EA Sports. It's in the game.
Good evening, I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the famed New York Arena here at Midtown Manhattan for tonight's main event. 12 rounds, middleweights going at it between the Latin Snake Sergio Mora and Cory Spinks. Sergio Mora's ring walk, something special in the air. You can just sense it out of him. Cory Spinks is making his way to the ring right now, puffing out his chest, glaring with those eyes, and taking a big stride to his destination of glory.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponents. In the blue corner, please welcome the Latin Snake, Sergio Mora. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, Cory Spinks.
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up and let's go.
Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round one is underway.
When we get matchups like this, guys that just won't quit, they'll be there every step of the way like Gaddy Ward. Sometimes there comes a point where one fighter thinks he's got himself an advantage. He's done something great, but then the other fighter doesn't go away. How does that play out in the minds of each fighter?
Usually it doesn't affect the kind of guys you just mentioned, Gaddy and Ward. They're made how to cement these guys. They're already set in their ways. They know what they have to do. They're not going to get thrown off just because somebody's still there.
Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. That is a big right hand after eating one himself. Good defensive skill. Mora able to block that punch. Gets rid of that effort. Big headshot puts him down.
One, two, three, four, five.
And somehow, some way, he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid his opponent like the Black Plague.
Sergio Mora with a block punch. And there's a clinch after clearly being damaged.
And a clinch he needed like flowers need rain.
He's a weeble wobble in the ring right now, just wobbling away. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. He is staggered, and he is hurt after that series of punches.
He needs to start moving that head.
Punch it out, guys.
Good block by Cory Spinks. Spinks is trying to create some space. You can see how he's going about it there. Nice block. Well, that's the classic wet noodle foundation right there. He's on wobbly legs.
Yeah, and it's not al dente. It's really, really wet noodles.
Very accurate work with the hook there after fine defense.
Oh, listen, you can throw him off with some head. That's it. Throw him off with head. Beautiful. Nice movement there. Now keep that up. Listen to me.
You're not giving me enough punches, okay? Throw more punches. Jab, jab, jab. Hook, jab, jab, jab. Hook, hook, hook. Head to the body, head to the body, head to the body. Jab, jab. Hook.
So here we are, all wondering, can he survive the start of this round after the way we saw him go down in that last round?
Well, it's up to his opponent. Now, his opponent gets a little careless and he rushes in a little bit too close. He can get a chance to grab those hands and tie him up. And then he can kill a little of the clock, survive.
Mora able to block that punch. Would you rather have a fighter who's feared or a fighter who's fearless?
I feel like I'm talking to Sonny from the Bronx Tale, but I think that I would rather have a guy that has fear, because he's going to be smart all the time. He's going to be a guy that's going to be aware of things that you need to be aware of. If he's so-called fearless, he's going to walk into all kinds of things that are not going to allow him to be a fighter.
Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort. Cory Spinks is like a piece of Velcro against his opponent recently here. He seems like he's clinching more after that knockdown.
Yeah, that's exactly what he has to do right now. Now he has to be able to just get past his little bit. It's kind of like being in a bad rapids. You know, you're going down those waterfalls. You better be in a canoe. You better be in something. This is his canoe. This is his raft.
Sergio Mora with a counter punch. Spinks' defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. Defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. And Spinks comes back with a counter punch. Last 10 seconds. End of the round here, and as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down, because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was, and you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
Search your punches.
number 3 is underway. Targets a counter overhand right.
Up and down, side to side.
Right on the mark, both guys with the hook. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Sergio Mora. Good counter punch by Cory.
Keep working the dash. Keep those hands up. Keep moving around the ring.
Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Cory Spinks' swelling is starting to become a real issue. Comes back with a counter punch. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Sergio Mora.
You're taking too many punches. Hands up. Back to the body.
Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand.
You need to create more counters, okay? Slip his punch, then throw a straight right down the middle. Let's get on that swelling.
Let's get on that swelling. Get on the swelling.
Here we go with the 4th round. Sergio Mora with a block punch. Good counter punch by Cory. How about that exchange? Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Cory Spinks. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. Showing you some defense there with the block. Counter punch by Mora. Sergio Mora's strategy has been to control things on the outside. And the jab fits perfectly into it.
Yeah, what it's done is it's set up his defense. He's kept his...
Oh, Cory Spinks Spinks is almost out of it there. He was stunned. Sergio Mora is trying to get his man off of him. You see him shoving and pushing. Nice strike after catching one by Cory Spinks.
Working the jab.
Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Sergio Mora. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Able to get rid of that one. That straight right, unable to connect. Cory Spinks is really disappointing us with his lack of work to the body.
Yeah, it is.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Sergio Mora. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Cory Spinks is stunned and he is hurt.
All right, come on now. Come on, work it out. Work it out. See some punches here.
You need to cover up, okay? You're leaving yourself open too much. Cover up. Place your body. Hit the body.
Good. All right, keep your hands up, all right? All right? Good luck. We'll take care of the swelling. Just focus on the fight.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
We just have not seen the big shots from this guy. He is not throwing the power punches, Teddy. What would you say to him?
Well, first of all, I would say to him, what do you think, that he's going to make a deal with you? If you don't hit him hard, he won't hit you hard? No, it doesn't work like that, my friend. He's going to get confidence now. He's going to take advantage of this.
Side to side, move your head.
Sergio able to land a good counter punch. Sergio Mora has shown us that if he pulls this trigger, he's hitting that target. His accuracy is great.
Well, that's part of his ability. You know, I mean, it's not just his hand speed and that he's technically good. You know, he's got a little bit of pop, but he knows when to throw. See, that's important, Joe, knowing when to let the hands go. He knows exactly what time it is.
Sergio Mora is doing really well on the outside. Holy cow! Cory Spinks is stunned and staggered. He's in bad shape. He's on wobbly legs. Teddy, he's got to tie up.
If he can. See, that's up to his opponent, Joe. It's not automatic that he's going to get what he wants to tie up. If his opponent steps back a little bit, he can keep this offense going and end his night.
Both men trading hooks. 1 minute to go in a round that feels like an all-time classic. Punch for punch, they're meeting each other. Nice strike after catching one by Sergio Mora. Great pace this fight, Teddy. These guys are not coming out of 5th gear. Nobody's slowing down.
No, they're fighting a 6th, 7th, and 8th gear.
Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs.
In and out, in and out.
Spinks, a series of power shots, and he is hurt.
The thing here right now is he's not disrupting his own offense. He's keeping just enough distance to keep those hands moving.
Got that? It's gonna happen. It's gonna catch him. All right, listen.
Much better, much better. It was good. Get the compress on, get the compress on. Let's work on the swelling. If we work on the swelling.
What will this round offer up?
This is some defense.
Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. And Spinks comes back with a counter punch. Good counter punch by Cory. What a fight. What a great, great, non-stop action fight this has been. Sergio Mora with a counter punch. Sergio Mora is doing well, sticking to a game plan on the outside. And now he's acting like a fighter, coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. Counter punch by Mora. Spinks is getting caught with headshots. But Teddy, to me this is pretty simple. Move your head.
Otherwise, the other guy will. And he's been moving his head for him all night.
Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs.
You gotta protect yourself.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Cory Spinks. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Straight right was lined up, but he missed. Spinks is looking for an answer. Holy cow! That uppercut absolutely rocked him. Boy, I don't like the way his legs look at all right now.
Come on, keep busy, guys. Come on now. Come on. Keep...
Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Cory Spinks. 10 seconds remaining in this round. So we come to the end of the round. And clearly a confidence booster for this man. He got to his opponent. He was able to stun him. Teddy, when a fighter comes back after doing what he just did, do you see them almost light up, like get a little boost of energy because of that?
Yeah, it does build your confidence a little bit. You know, it makes you feel more secure. I can control this man. I had my way.
You heard it. On him. Let's get on that swelling. Compress on that.
Well, the ability to adapt, so important. Who can make the changes now as we're halfway through this scheduled 12-rounder? They both decide to bring it. able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Way to block there. Spinks is showing you a little defensive skill there, able to move away from that punch. Good block by Mora. Spinks with a block. No, he missed that right. Punch lands from Cory Spinks. Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
Joe, it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you had.
Once again, he goes down. Can he survive this? Is over. Sergio Mora's gonna be partying tonight. A knockout victory. It doesn't get better than that.
Your winner is
Sergio Mora is your winner by knockout.
I feel like I just read a book. You know, I know a little bit more about this guy now.
I'm Joe Tessitore for Teddy Atlas saying thanks for being with us and enjoy the rest of your night.
When the bright Play-Doh met the mania's mittens in 20 minutes, it was Kratos on some blade of Olympus. Pimping is questionable cargo to your district's most suspicious.
Hi, everybody. So glad you're with us. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the New York City Arena here in Midtown Manhattan for a much-anticipated main event. 12 rounds among heavyweights between Tommy Morrison and Lennox Lewis. His focus is front and center as he makes his way to the ring right now. Lewis is making his way to the ring right now, and you can just see in his eyes what his intentions are tonight.
fighting out of the blue corner, Tommy the Duke Morrison. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, Lennox Lewis.
Remember, guys, obey my commands at all times. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up.
Opening round here, scheduled for 12. Teddy, what role can the fans play on the fighters, the atmosphere of the arena when they know there's two guys meeting up that can bang?
An immature fighter, a less experienced fighter can get caught up. He can try to satisfy the audience. That's a quick way to be going to the shower earlier than you wanted to.
Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head.
Get in there. Let's go. Come on, side to side.
Great movement to get away from those punches. the counter. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Not what he was looking for. That's a miss right there by Lewis. Oh, and there you go. Tommy Morrison's opponent able to land a sharp counterpunch. It's as if they couldn't wait for the opening bell. Going at it right from the start, and we're still in the first round. Good stuff.
So it's like watching the Pirates of the Caribbean, and the Pacific, and the Atlantic, and the Indian Ocean. Everything.
Very nice job landing that counterpunch, getting away from one that was coming at him. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Lewis.
Teddy, do you think the sport needs a national or international governing body?
Yeah, it's the only major sport, at least it used to be a major sport, that doesn't have that. And there's no unilateral control. And when there's no unilateral control across the board, well, you have too many spots that are weak for the sport, spots that do not serve the sport.
Good job staying away from the danger there. Good exchange. He fires back. And this round comes to an end. A round that was highly entertaining. They put forth a non-stop effort.
Well, that's the styles that they figured to bring to this fight. Both guys with good motors.
Listen, you need to move your head more, side to side, okay? I want to see that head move more.
Here we go. Round two is underway. Good block. A nice block by Lewis. There it is! Tommy Morrison stunned, and he is hurt. Clearly hurt, but holding on.
He's hugging him like he just got home for Christmas.
Teddy, one of the reasons the heavyweight division is so popular is because of the power punchers. But how do you differentiate Lennox Lewis as a power puncher with some of the greats we've seen through history?
Well, you've had guys like Ernie Shavers knock a wall down, but he didn't win a heavyweight title. Now, some of it's who's around, but some of it is having an ability to deliver that power. Lennox Lewis has found a missile that takes that bomb right to the guy's chin.
Halfway through round number two. Parries that punch away. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Lewis. Good way to protect the midsection.
Jab, jab, use the jab.
Gets rid of that body shot. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Good counter. Wow! Tommy Morrison stunned and staggered.
Come on now, guys. Keep it. Come on.
Get in there. Let's go.
Right on the mark, both guys with the hook. Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort.
Move your head.
Teddy, Lennox Lewis, one of the more cerebral heavyweight champions that we've seen. Loves to play chess.
Yeah, you know, and that's been his strength, and also, quite honestly, a knock on him. He's not passionate enough for people, but it has served him in that ring where he's been very contained. He's understood where his strengths are.
When he misses you with a punch, counter. Don't worry about it. The swelling is nothing. Just focus.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Well off the mark by Lewis. There's a taste of the sweet science. You see the skill he has in counterpunching.
And you know what he's doing is taking his opponent's jab away.
Oh, Lennox Lewis is in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned. You see how he does that right there? How he just pushes away. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Lennox Lewis. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense.
Keep the head moving.
Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Not what he was looking for. That's a miss right there by Lewis. Blocks that punch. Well, we're watching Lennox Lewis here tonight, but Teddy, you know, a lot of American fight fans, sometimes they turn the other way with Lennox Lewis. They never really got behind him because they don't like the way he acts as a heavyweight champion.
Well, Americans want you to wear your heart out on your sleeve to a certain point. They like emotion. They love emotion. And Lewis doesn't show that kind of passion. He's very contained, very cerebral, but he knows how to get results where it counts, in the ring.
To dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. Final 10 seconds.
Finish with the hook.
Good block by Lennox. So the end of the round. And now a chance to put the pieces back together. He got stunned in that last round.
Yeah, well, he has to get those birds out of his head right now. You know, open that cage up and let them fly out there. And the best way to do that is find out why he got stunned. What did he get hit with?
Listen, you need to move your head from side to side, okay? I want to see that head move more. Let's get on that swelling. Get on that swelling.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Nostradamus to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
Oh, and there you go. Wow, impactful short hook got to him that time. That's not going to be easy to survive. Wow! Lennox Lewis is in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned. You see how he does that right there? How he just pushes away. Way to block there. Good defense, just covering up down low. Halfway through this round here. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Morrison's got a cut, and it looks like it's below the eye on the cheek, but it's something that needs to be monitored.
He's tired.
Teddy Lennox has had a very interesting career. Many would say at times a roller coaster career because he had the instances where the chin gave out on him.
Yeah, he has, but the most important thing in his mind is he's come back and he believes in himself, and that's where that great amateur background comes in. He's been down dark roads before.
Good looking counter punch. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Tommy Morrison's got to deal with a cut cheek. Parries that punch intended for the head. So the round comes to its conclusion, and it's a round in which our man here, as he heads back, was really tagged pretty solid. So if you're the trainer in the corner, what's your approach?
Well, you know, that's a great question. My approach is that I have to remind him that he's on common ground. He's probably going to think he's in a place where he's never been before, but I'm going to remind him, hey, remember you got hurt in the gym? And then give him something to correct the problem. You know, tell him some technical things that he needs to hear.
You're going to catch it.
As another round gets underway, it gets us thinking, how much more of this will we see? Hard to envision this fight going the distance with how lopsided it's been. Teddy, is this becoming a mental thing with him? I mean, he's not firing off the big power punches. I got to wonder why.
You know, that's a good question. Sometimes the guy is making a silent agreement in his mind that maybe if I don't hit him hard, he won't hit me hard back. He's not...
Oh! Lewis is gone down. How will he recover from this? Oh, this may be a worst-case scenario for Lennox Lewis. He rises up to beat the count, but you know that chin is a question mark.
Well, you know he's good at delivering. Now he's got to show that he can survive.
Nice block. Teddy, what does he need to do right here? He has no balance. His legs aren't underneath him.
Well, you know he can't move because he's going to fall on his own or the referee's going to stop it. So believe it or not, he's either got to grab or he's got to stand on the rope, stay right in front of the guy and move his head to make a miss. He can't use his legs.
Good job staying away from the danger there. He is staggered and stumbling. Gets rid of that body shot. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Teddy, when he won the gold medal in the Seoul Olympics in '88, he toppled Riddick Bowe.
And it showed him right there in the amateurs what kind of level he could get to, what kind of fighters he could beat, and that confidence is serving him now.
Side to side, hit the body.
Good defense, just covering up down low. Wow! Lennox Lewis is in bad shape. I don't know what was said to him in the corner, but now he's the busier man.
Yeah, he's aware that he has to be.
No holding.
Comes right back with some offense of his own. Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
In and out, in and out, in and out. Let's move.
10 clicks of the talk. End of the round. So he scores the knockdown and now heads back to his corner. Teddy, do you ever have to calm a guy down after he scored a knockdown?
That's a really great point because a lot of times that can be the turning point, but not for your guy that scored the knockdown, for the other guy. Because sometimes when you score a knockdown, you start to think it's going to be an easy night. And you forget what you knew when you came in. That it wasn't going to be an easy night. You're going to have to bring all the tools out of the tool shed. And it's important to remember that.
All wondering, can he survive the start of this round after the way we saw him go down in that last round?
Well, it's up to his opponent. Now, his opponent gets a little careless and he rushes in a little bit too close. He can get a chance to grab those hands and tie him up. And then he can kill a little of the clock, survive.
Able to dismiss it. Well done that time, landing the counter punch. What guts it takes, what commitment it takes to keep up with this kind of a pace. The action's been nonstop.
Now, the one thing I can tell you is this is where you don't worry about pace. You don't think about pace. Otherwise, you could not be doing what these guys are doing. They're just going round to round.
Not precise at all by Lewis. Reaching the halfway point of round number 6.
Side to side, move your head, keep your distance.
Good job protecting himself. Throws a counter punch there. Good job staying away from the danger there. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Lennox Lewis. Very nice defensive guard there. Lewis is a seasoned pro, and old pros tend to fall into the same patterns. Nothing has changed with him stylistically since he's been knocked down in this fight.
Well, that falls right into that pattern or that cliche where old dogs can't be taught new tricks. Well, right now, he's going to have to come up with a trick or two, maybe, to survive this moment.
Final 10 seconds of the 6th round. And he returns on that exchange. So it's the end of the round. And as both men head back to their respective corners, Teddy, it brings up a good point that's many times not talked enough, but the culture of a corner and how guys conduct themselves. What was always your philosophy in organizing and running a corner?
Well, first of all, only one guy could be in charge. That's the trainer. You can't have too many cooks in the kitchen. It has to be organized like anything else. And you have to have calm people. You only have 1 minute. Maybe by the time the fighter gets back, maybe it's 50 seconds. So you have to be efficient. You can't have guys that are excited. They have to be able to control their emotions just like the fighter does on the outside. And everyone has to know what their job is.
Blocks away that headshot. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Straight right, unable to connect. Lennox Lewis is employing one of the 3 facets of good fundamental defense. And right now he's using the legs.
Yeah, he is, and that is one of the facets. The other is to block, the other is to move your head. And right now he's controlling range. What his opponent has to do now is look to get into a place where maybe he can time him. Time him as he steps out.
Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort. What a fight. What a great, great, non-stop action fight this has been. Returning fire, well done by Lennox Lewis. Wow, is he defensively sound. One hook deserves another. Wow. He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. So swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counter punch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go, because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
Just go for the head. Knock him out inside. Don't worry about it. Swelling is not.
on that cut? No. The cut's nothing. Don't worry about it. Get the compress on this. Let's work on the swelling. Can we work on the swelling?
They start up again. Back to action here with another round. But who knows how much longer it'll last. This has been a completely one-sided fight. Comes right back with some offense of his own. Good way to protect the midsection. Able to counter that attack. Good defensive skill. There's a taste of the sweet science. You see the skill he has in counterpunching.
And you know what he's doing is taking his opponent's jab away.
Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Gets rid of that effort. What a great round. 2 minutes in, 60 seconds to go. Well, he took one right there, but then he targeted one right back. Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing. Looking right hand after he got, oh, that's gotta hurt. Oh, he just ate a big uppercut right there. He had no idea it was coming his way. He does not look good at all.
Keep the rest. Jab, jab, right. Okay?
All right. Let's go to the cut. Now, let's get on that swelling. Get on the swelling.
Another round underway, but how many more will we see? You get the sense this fight could be heading towards a stoppage. Able to get away from that headshot with the block.
More punch.
Good counter punch. Wow, great action right from the start. Hey, I don't know that they can keep up this pace, but if they do, what a night we got ahead of us.
Yeah, we're getting tired just watching this early part.
Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Blocks the headshot. Tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Lennox Lewis is doing exactly what he told us he would do. Now, he was stunned earlier in this fight, but he's sticking to that game plan.
You know, I like that. You know, I want to see how a guy behaves under pressure. He hasn't panicked, you know. He still believes in his identity, believes in his talents, his abilities, and he's going to stay that way unless the guy convinces him later on.
Lennox able to block that punch.
Keep the head moving.
Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. A minute to go in what has been 2 minutes of sensational action. Neither man coming off stride. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Lewis. Tommy Morrison's in a real tough spot now. There's no doubt about it that the eye has worsened. That cut is really looking ugly right here. What does he have to think about right now? Is it time to just take the realization that, hey, this fight could end at any moment?
Yeah, well, there's two things to that. First of all, the cut man's done his job. He's put the coagulants in there. Now he has to give them time to work. He's got to be elusive. He can't get hit on it for a little while. But also, he has to find a way for offense to stem the tide, to keep the opponent from just walking right in.
What a good war this has been. What a good, solid fight it's been. The kind of fight that tells me somebody wants to get rid of the other guy.
It almost looks like they made a deal where neither one could win by decision, where if they didn't win by knockout, it doesn't count.
Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. We'll take care of it because it's nothing. A small cut, nothing to worry about. Okay, listen. When he misses you with a punch, counter.
Another round, will it go in another one-way direction? It's been a one-sided fight so far tonight. His opponent wanted the body, he wouldn't give it to him. Able to cover up that gut. Lewis is trying to create some space between him and his opponent. You know he wants to fight on the inside. He cannot be smothered. Parries that punch away. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. He's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Gets rid of that body shot. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, when special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. A hook. There it is. Lennox Lewis is stunned and staggered. Well, his opponent doesn't like that, but that's exactly what he was trying to do, just create some space there. Lewis has got the right idea right here. He cannot be swarmed and smothered like it's a wet blanket with his opponent draped on him. He needs to create that space. He has to push off. good defensive skill. Lennox Lewis has got to deal with a cut on his cheek right now. The good news is it's below the eye, but still, it can get nasty as the fight progresses. Holy cow! Tommy Morrison's in a bad place right now. He was tagged.
Keep busy, guys. Come on now. Come on.
Able to show you his blocking ability. He goes down in the later stages of this round. He's going to try to survive it. This fight is over. Lewis is going to be partying tonight. A knockout victory. Lennox Lewis is your winner by knockout victory.
I feel like I just came out of the movie theater, Joe, and I did not expect that ending.
Good, enjoyable, entertaining fight it was. For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore saying thanks for being with us.